morning, guys. I'm Sakib Salim, your host, and this is Team Talk. Today, we are with amazing bikers here at Jamhuri Restaurant. I'd like to know your names and ages.
My name is Keegan Kiplagat and I'm 17.
I'm Nandi Kiplagat and I'm 14.
What age did you guys start biking?
I started riding in 2008 after I got my first bike in Christmas of 2007, and then I eventually started racing in 2013 competitively.
I started when I was 7 years old.
And guys, why did you choose this sport? There's boxing, there's football, there's basketball, there's swimming.
Personally, I love football as well, but our church isn't too far from here, so after church on Sundays we'd come watch races, and I just fell in love with the sport, and I eventually asked for a bike, and that's just how I started.
I guess I started because he started. We always played football together, so then when he started, I'm like, oh, that seems so cool. So I was like, I'm going to join him.
And what about your parents? Are your parents supportive?
Yeah, very supportive.
Do they agree to this sport?
Yeah, very supportive. My dad, always with us. You know, sometimes he even comes for training if possible, but race days he's always there, and my mom as well. We have some sort of agreement as well, so we have to do good in school, and therefore we can ride.
So if you don't do good in school, you don't ride your bikes.
No, you can't.
And aren't you guys scared of the heights and all those stunts you do?
Yeah, you get used to it after some time, especially because we've grown up with the sport. So of course it takes time. You can't all of a sudden come first day and just like jump, because it takes courage and practice. Because if you jump wrong, you can fall. But yeah.
And what about injuries? Have you had like major injuries or?
Fortunately for myself, I haven't had too many severe injuries. I've hurt my right knee just a little bit, and just a little bit of pain and discomfort, but not too bad. But my worst was probably a concussion I had.
I think it was 2 years back where I tore my MCL in my knee, and I think that was the worst one. Normally it's just maybe wrist sprains when you fall.
And how often do you guys train?
If I could, I'd train Thursdays and Saturdays, but unfortunately, because my school is very far, I can only manage to train on Saturdays.
I train on Thursdays and Saturdays, and normally during the holidays, maybe Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays.
So how far do you want to go with this biking stuff? Where do you want to reach?
I'd love to do it professionally. It's my passion. I really do enjoy it. So maybe when I go to university, if I go abroad, I'd love to continue racing there and maybe even try and make it professional.
I don't know how far I'll go with it because I have many other different passions, football, cooking, among some of them. So I think after some time it will fade away, but I think I'll always maybe ride a bike around town when I get a license.
Some of the challenges you face while racing and doing this stuff?
This sport, like any other, really it's unpredictable. So a little mistake can have you on the ground in the dust. Other times, the biggest challenge is bike problems. You always have to try and maintain your bike, but sometimes there are things that you can't really control, and the bike just has an issue or two, and so that's normally one of the challenges we face.
As well as training days, sometimes it's hard you can see that you can take a section faster, or you can see that everyone is taking off section different than you are, which makes them slightly faster, so it's challenging to try and find a different line faster than all of theirs. As well, as he said, mistakes. For example, in the last race I was leading and I fell on the last lap, which I lost my lead.
So you guys train here?
Yeah, there are not many other tracks. There's one other in Lari and there's one in Nakuru, but we don't really use that one.
So how much do they charge here for training, or
It's
if you want to join?
Yeah, okay, so there's memberships for the club, which comes, that if you pay that, then you can come use a track. You don't have to pay every single time you come. There's no one-off. You can't, I mean, to rent a bike, that's their prices. The club doesn't organize that.
How many races have you been through?
I've raced since 2013. Usually there are 10 races in a season. So I've probably raced 10 times 5, which is 50 races, probably, give or take because of injuries and that. So probably 50 races. I've won 2 championships, one last year for 125cc category, and in 2016 I won 85 national championship. Yeah.
I don't know the exact number of races, but I think about 40 because he started about a year before me.
And what do you think about the race on Sunday?
Yeah, so the race coming up is on the 17th of February. I mean, just coming into it confidently, having a good positive mindset towards it. Obviously, you never know what can happen. It might rain, making the track harder to race on, but either way, just trying to practice and get back to fitness before Sunday.
I'm aiming for first because last time I messed up, which I got second, and I'm not very far behind in points to the leader. So my aim is to come first in all the 3 heats so that I can catch up on points and even pass it.
And what is the age limit for getting this club?
There's no age limit at all, actually. You can start off really at a very young age, from 5 actually to all the way. We have riders that are in their 50s, 60s, so anyone can really come and try out. It's a fun sport.
What are the safety precautions for the sport?
So we always, first things first, always ride with a helmet. You have to have a helmet of good quality because it can save your life. As well as that, we normally have chest guards underneath our gear. We have knee braces to protect our knees, and boots as well, which ensure that you don't break anything off.
As well as
And goggles as well. Goggles are just as important. Goggles and gloves.
And why do you need the gloves?
The gloves are to protect you from blisters, from the rock hitting you on your fingers.
it's like a muddy race, and so now you're falling and your throttle is muddy, then you don't have that grip to hold the throttle.
So what happens if it rains on Saturday next week?
We still go racing, it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
We can ride in the mud, even in the dust, as today has been. But if there's any rain, it just changes the dynamic of the race. It doesn't really change. Like, we don't stop racing because of the rain, usually.
Do you guys race in the same categories?
No, we don't. I race in MX2, which is 250cc, and she races in 85cc.
And how comes your bike is bigger than hers?
Because the engine size is bigger, and so it's therefore faster because of also as well as the different age groups. So if towards maybe 3 to 6 years old is a small bike, and then from like 6 to 10 is a slightly bigger, then from 10 to 15 it's this bike, it's 85cc, and so we also race in those categories. And then from there it goes up, and the bikes also get bigger because of the different speeds of the engine.
So this is the biggest bike of all?
No, this is a 125cc bike. There's above that a 250 bike, which is then there's another one after that, which is 450. So 450ccs. Yes.
how is it practicing together?
It's just normal, I guess. We both obviously support each other and give each other advice, but it's really the same. I guess when we win, it motivates each other. We motivate each other to try and win and try our hardest.
Yeah, you give each other boosts, so like constructive criticism almost. Because if I want to clear a jump and he's like, yeah, you can do it, you just need to add gas here and here and here. And so even today, I was able to clear a jump that I wasn't able to before. And of course there he was looking at me, seeing how I do it, and then giving me advice.
And where else do you guys ride your bike?
Well, these bikes are strictly for competition. They are race bikes, so you can't ride them on the road at all. They're not street legal bikes. You can only really ride them in an enclosed track. That's where they're meant to be.
Yeah, where there are no cars or any other like street bikes. So like this track, we had another one in Nakuru, and we have one in Lari. So those are like the main 3 tracks.
Have you ever been interested to own a street bike?
Personally myself, not really. I enjoy more of the off-road stuff, so no.
Well, yeah, as I said, maybe when I grow up, like going around town, or when there's traffic, you can just have your own bike so that you can go around, but not maybe the speed bikes, because those ones are quite fast. But yeah, maybe not like a boda, but like a kibo bike or something like that. Yeah.
So guys, there you've had it. I'm here with Nandi and Keegan at Jamhuri Trucks. And guys, these are amazing bikers. If you'd like to join, come here at Jamhuri Trucks. So guys, there you've had it. I'm here with Keegan and Nandi, amazing bikers. We are here at Jamhuri Trucks. If you'd like to join, you can come here at Jamhuri Trucks. We'll be taking a short break now. Keep it in talk.